Welcome back, everyone. This week, we've learned so much about compassion together. I know I've learned a lot. I've learned compassion begins with seeing, feeling, and welcoming. We talked about how compassion helps us be brave and how it is important to love and care for ourselves. We learned last time how it helps us be open to people we encounter along the way and to trust God to lead us. Today we explored how compassion gives us fresh starts through the beautiful tradition of Jubilee. Jubilee, or fresh starts, helps us see, feel, and trust God's abundance, that there is enough for everyone. It's meant for all people and all creation. When we make space for rest, gather together at the table, and care for those who need the most help, we show God's compassion. Here's a few things to think about. Why are fresh starts important? Why do you think it's important to rest? Why do you think it's important to celebrate? What do we celebrate? How does this help us share God's compassion? Let's sing our compassion prayer song again because it helps us pray for others and ourselves.
May we be filled with compassion. May we be filled up to the top of our hearts when we have the power to make something right. May we show God's love. May we be shown compassion. May we be found in the center of peace when we have needs that others can meet. May we find God's love. May we be filled with compassion. May we be filled up to the top of our hearts. May we have the power to make something right. May we show God's love. May we be shown compassion. May we be found in the center of peace when we have needs that others can meet. May we find God's love. May we find God's love.
God's compassion is God's justice, and working for God's justice, making things right, releases God's abundance into the world, making sure everyone has what they need. When we rest and help people and the land to rest, we show God's justice. When we gather together at the table in joy, we show God's justice. When we care for those who need the most help, we show God's justice. Justice, making things right, is what happens when we are compassionate. These are the ways we show compassion: seeing and welcoming, being brave and showing up, loving ourselves, being present with each other, and fresh starts. And when we do these things, we show God's love, peace, and justice with the world. Let's close in the same way we opened today. Place one hand on your head and one hand on your heart. We are doing this because compassion happens in our brains, but we often feel it in our hearts. Repeat after me. Joyful Spirit.
Joyful Spirit.
Your loving hands are always creating freedom.
Your loving hands are always creating freedom
And fresh starts.
and fresh starts.
Help us do the same thing today
Help us do the same thing today
by caring for all living things.
by caring for all living things.
With gentleness and care,
With gentleness and care,
open us to humbly receive that same care ourselves.
open us to humbly receive that same care ourselves.
Make our hearts smile
Make our hearts smile
and our actions sing,
and our actions sing,
with your promise of abundance toward the whole world.
with your promise of abundance toward the whole world.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, everyone, for joining me.